Hello and welcome to the Potty Mouth Preacher. Healing women's minds, bodies, and souls, one F-bomb at a time. I am Lisa Czak, your host. On today's episode, I am going to teach you my signature I am process. No more waking up, pining away, wishing, wanting your life was different, wishing you looked different, wishing you felt different. No more. That's no way to live. From this point on, starting today, you are going to be the woman that God created you to be. As always, I'm going to help you shift gears. If you're able to, close your eyes and take 3 deep cleansing breaths in. On each exhale, you are exhaling out your roles and responsibilities that you are happy to play, but you just want to be you for once, right? So with each deep inhale, exhaling out your role as mom, wife, daughter, granddaughter, grandmother, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, niece, aunt, your roles and responsibilities in your job as employer, employee, student, stay-at-home mom. This is a chance for you to just focus inward on yourself for once with no interruptions, no distractions, just like we do on the Worthy Woman Wellness Retreats. This is a time just for you. So give me 3 more deep cleansing breaths in. Follow along with me. Doesn't that feel good? Once more. And I know you got things weighing heavy on your heart, woman. I know it. I know you got thoughts going on in your head. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, anxious. With each deep inhale and exhale out, just blow out that anxiety, fear, doubt, shame, anger, frustration, resentment, impatience. Let it all on the outside of your device. Pretend like there's a trap door on the outside of that device, and you are just letting it all out. All those thoughts that aren't serving you, beating yourself up, woulda, coulda, shoulda, wouldas, all of those. Let it out on the outside of this device. You're not gonna need it in here. And take another deep cleansing breath in. Exhaling out. Give me 2 more. Follow along with me. Maybe this is the first time you've allowed yourself a deep breath today. Start working on that. Start being aware of your breathing. Are you holding your breath? Are you clenching your jaw? And then slowly open your eyes and welcome back to the Potty Mouth Preacher. So let's go into celebrations. Before we do that, don't forget to subscribe so you get notified when we're going to have another episode. Don't forget to like, rate, review, all the things. And the first 10 people to leave a comment get a free copy of my book back there, Portal Tears, Drowning the Demons Beneath the Fat to Keep the Weight from Coming Back, for free. I'll sign it to you and I'll send it off in the mail to you. And that's a chore I don't like doing, right? I'm going to do it myself. I'm not going to send somebody else. I'm going to do it with love and gratitude in my heart for you leaving comments. Make sure they're nice comments. So just like mom says, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Anyway, my celebration today is that I have so many clients who are just healing like crazy. And I'm celebrating one client in particular who, she's so funny. So the container for private coaching with me, it's a 6-month container that we're in, right? And her 6 months was about to be up. And this almost always happens. I don't want to say always because we never always or never do anything. Did you catch that? We never always do something. Never always or never do something. Sounds confusing, but it's true. Anyway, so as most of my clients do, they re-signed because they want to get more, right? They want to. So I what I consider progression is like a ladder, right? So you step up on the ladder and God is saying, okay, let's see if you get your balance here, right? Before you, just like if you were literally on a ladder, right? And you're not used to being on a ladder, you're not just going to climb up to the top of the ladder, right? No, you're going to step up one foot, then another foot, and get your footing. And if you're still a little wobbly and you might, go back, we don't want you going backwards. So you're always climbing up a rung on the ladder when you work with me. This is true for my personal clients. This is true for the new healing group that I have happening monthly. If you're interested in that, drop in comments or email me at lisaczack@gmail.com and I'll give you the information about that. It's true for the Worthy Woman Wellness Retreats that we take women on, where I help you get to the next rung of the ladder. But the key is you don't go up another rung until you've got your balance, until you've got your footing. And so I have this one client who in the beginning, she was a little frustrated, right? Because it's like kind of going slower than what she wanted. But remember, it's always God's timeline, not our timeline. And so she would get her footing and then she'd feel like, oh my gosh, I might slip back, right? But she was really just gaining her balance. And so now she's climbing up this ladder and I'm celebrating her because now she sees opportunities where she gets to practice all the healing techniques that I have taught her, right? She's no longer afraid of stuff coming at life, right? Life throwing curveballs at her because she sees it as an opportunity to actually practice. Healing is not a one and done thing, okay? It is a chance to practice. It's a process. It's a lifelong process. Just because I am a healer and I do this for a living doesn't mean I am healed from everything, right? No, I'm constantly getting chances to practice. And so I am celebrating this particular client who is doing this remarkable, and she's so brave, right? It's brave. It's brave to say, okay, yeah, bring it on. I'm ready for more practice, right? Oh, and she gets plenty of chances to practice because every morning I have my clients set an intention. Like, how do you want to feel that day? No matter what happens, how do you want to feel? And her thing today was, my intention is to feel calm. And all of a sudden she had to go to the doctor. She, didn't have a car to get to where she needed to go today. All of a sudden she was feeling very nervous and anxious inside and she recognized it instantly. This is a chance to practice being calm, right? So instead of like leaning into the anxiety and the nervousness, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? All this stuff is being thrown at me. She recognized that this is a chance to practice healing. And she is. So that's I always like to share either my own celebrations or what clients are going through. And remember, those celebrations are those what seem like insignificant little things that happen every day. Like she could just have not even noticed this as a celebration, right? She could have been stuck in why is this happening to me? Why do I have to keep going back to the doctor and feeling nervous about this? Instead, she saw it as a chance to go inward and practice and see where she still needs healing. When we get all riled up about things, it's a chance to look inward. Okay, I need some healing on this. So let's get into the meat of our episode today, which is I'm going to teach you the I am process. Now, back in episode 2, I introduced you to claiming your I am. If you did not see that, go back and watch it. You don't have to, because I'm going to teach you the whole process today. But it's a very powerful episode. And this whole idea of I am came from when I was a fitness director at a 6-week, 20-pound challenge. And I saw all the women coming in, and there was a big mirror when they came in, and they would turn their back to the mirror, right? Because they didn't want to look at themselves in the mirror. I knew what they were doing because I was once that woman, right? Who didn't want to look in the mirror. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror, so I just ignored her. I didn't even want to look at her. And one day I said, no more. We're not doing this anymore. It is time to be the woman that you want to be. Not wait 6 weeks until you lose the 20 pounds and then look in the mirror, right? And then love yourself. No, you can be who you want to be right here, right now, before you lose the weight, before you get the job, before you get the house, before you find, a husband, before fill in the blank, before you get the perfect job. You can be that woman that you want to be right here, right now. And so I had all the women write their I ams on the mirror. And whatever follows I am is coming looking for you. So if you go around and you're saying, I'm just so tired, I'm so tired, you're going to feel more tired. Try it, right? Like if I said to you, focus on your left hand right now, and you put all your focus on your left hand, your left hand would start feeling tingly and it would start feeling warm. Ignore my dogs. They're barking, Emmy and Elvis. I'm going to keep going with this. And and then it feels more tingly and more warm. Don't believe me? Do it. Like put all your focus on your left hand right now and tell me what's going on with your left hand. Put it in comments, actually. What's happening when you put all your focus on your left hand? Let's see what happens. I'm not going to wait because it's not the live show, right? So anyway, something miraculous happened when I did that. All their I ams were different too, right? Your I am needs to be something that evokes emotion, something that you might be embarrassed to say out loud. You might not want to post it on social media, right? I've heard all kinds of I ams. I'm having sex with the lights on. I am confident having sex with the lights on. I am confident naked. I am confident in a bikini. I feel I am sexy, right? I am love. I am a divine being. I am enough because God created me. These are some real I ams that I've heard over the years, over many, many years. Sometimes I think it'd be great to write an I am book where I just put every single I am that any woman has ever told me into a book. I think that would be amazing, right? So, because when you start, your subconscious brain does not know the difference between reality and imagining. This is true of your brain, right? When we imagine things, our brain thinks it's really happening, which is why the mind is so powerful, which is why whatever it is you want in life, right? Like those women wanted to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. Or, maybe it's a job that you want, or maybe you just want to feel at peace, like no matter what happens. Whatever it is you want in life, if you imagine it in your brain, which is why I do visualizations on Worthy Woman Wellness Retreat, we do these amazing visualizations. I immerse you in your imagination so that it becomes your reality. I do that on purpose because your brain, write this down. Your brain does not know the difference between imagining and reality. It has no idea. So if I told you were Santa Claus, if you told yourself, not if I told you, right? You need to come up with this. If you said, I am Santa Claus, you would suddenly start buying gifts, eating cookies, being all jolly with a bowl full of jelly. Your big old belly, which most of us women do not want, because your brain doesn't know the difference. Okay, so what I need you to do is go and get yourself some sticky notes, or you can get some dry erase markers. They actually have mirror markers. And what you're going to do is you're going to write it on a sticky note. Let's start there. Like the women that I worked with, we wrote it with mirror markers. You can do that. But fill in the blank. I am. And even if you don't feel like it right here, right now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you're going to start aligning what I talked about in episode 2, right? And I've mentioned this in many episodes. You're going to start aligning every thought, action, decision, person, and behavior in your life with that I am statement. You're going to naturally start doing this, okay? Right now, you're just focusing on the I am process. So step 1 is claim your I am. Fill in the blank. Don't think about it, right? It is right there on the surface. What you actually desire is right there on the surface. And remember, it needs to evoke emotion. Maybe you'll be embarrassed to say it. I want you to drop in comments. Practice this right here, right now, right? Drop in comments what your I am statement is. No matter how embarrassed you might feel, no matter what comes up for you, write it in comments. Let's claim it right here, right now. So you're writing that out, and it's one. You can have a lot of I ams, right? But I want you to focus on the one that is like, if I had this, the one that keeps you awake at night. If only I felt this. If only I had this. If only I could be this, right? That's your North Star. That's your main I am statement. So don't think about it. Don't overthink it. I am, fill in the blank. Okay? Drop it in comments. Now, what I want you to do, and if I was in a session with you, I would do it with you. This is what we do actually on the retreats that I take women on Worthy Woman Wellness Retreats. This is what I have you do on every single mirror in the house or the hotel, wherever we are. It's a very powerful exercise that we do. And if I was in a session in person with you, I'd follow you around. If I was a session with you on Zoom, you would take your camera, your phone or whatever you're on, and take it around to every mirror in your house. And the reason you're putting it on every single mirror in your house is because when you're looking in the mirror and you're trying to think bad thoughts about yourself, you are thinking bad thoughts about yourself, you have all these positive messages coming at you. Another amazing things about our brain is that we cannot focus on positive and negative at the same time. Our brains are not wired to do that. We literally cannot focus on positive and negative at the same time, which is why gratitude is so important. That's a whole nother episode that I'll be doing because it changes your brain chemistry, right? So if you're sitting there brushing your teeth or putting your makeup on and you're like, oh, I got this, turkey waddle going on, or, oh man, if only my cheeks were a little raised up like they used to be when I was young, or, oh, is that another wrinkle I see there? Oh, what's this thing right here? Instead of thinking all those thoughts, right, when you're thinking those thoughts, all of a sudden your brain is going to see these positive messages coming at you, right? I am beautiful. I am strong. I am capable. I am a sexy motherfucker. That was one. Oh, I love that I am. This one woman at the gym, this one mom wrote that. That was her I am on the gym that I talked about on the mirror. So that's why you're doing that. The important part about this exercise, though, that I want you to do is the energy that you put behind it, right? Before you do this, I want you to act as though you already are a sexy motherfucker. That's what I told that woman, right? What's it going to feel like to be a sexy motherfucker? What does a sexy motherfucker look like? What does she say? What is she wearing? What are other people saying to her? How will she know when she's a sexy motherfucker? Okay? This is a whole exercise I took this mom through. And guess what? She became a sexy motherfucker. She was already, she just didn't tap into that sexiness in her, right? So it's the energy that you put behind it. Even though you don't believe it right now, maybe, right? What is it going to feel like? How are you going to walk around the world as this I am? Really tap into that feeling. Like close your eyes even if you have to. And imagine yourself imagination, remember, your brain doesn't know the difference. Your brain's going to believe it. And you're walking around the world sexy. And again, what are you wearing? When you open your closet door, what kind of clothes are in there? Do all the clothes actually fit for once, right? What are people saying to you when you pass by a reflection of yourself in the mirror, or a store window? What are you, oh my gosh, that's me. That's sexy MFers, me, right? So it's the energy. So as you are either writing this with a mirror marker or putting the sticky note on the mirror, I want you to say it with the energy of feeling it, of being it. And then you repeat that every single day. And you put it on your pantry door. You put it on your refrigerator door. You put it on your computer. Put it on your phone as your screensaver. You need all these visual reminders so that your brain stays on that and not on all these tapes that you've had in your head, right? We're replacing all these tapes that you've had in your head that you didn't put there, by the way. Somebody else put there. And you believe it, right? It's on you now. Even though somebody else may have put those in there, like when you were a kid or something, now you're an adult woman. You get to decide how you want to feel. And so this is all part of changing those tapes in your head, tricking your brain, right? We got to trick that brain into focusing on the positive things that you actually want to be. And thirdly, remembering that your brain cannot focus on positive and negative, and it doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So you keep imagining, you keep visualizing it. I'm going to do, in a future episode, I'll be doing another visualization. If you have not seen Land the Damn Plane, go watch that episode. It's earlier on in the season 1. I'm not sure which one. It might be like episode 3, 4, somewhere in there, 3, 4, 5. And that's a very powerful visualization that will go along beautifully with the I am process that I'm teaching you today. Because if you do that every single day, your brain's going to start believing it. Your brain's going to be like, well, this is our reality, okay? We're sexy, or we're 20 pounds. In the case of the people that I worked with at the gym, I'm 20 pounds lighter. And a lot of them ended up being a lot more than 20 pounds lighter. So that is the I am process. I want to hear your feedback. Email me at lisacizak@gmail.com. Drop in the comments after you do it, like, how is this working for you, right? How is it changing you? And your I am can change also, right? As you grow and evolve, your I am is going to grow and evolve, and that's okay. So if you have any questions, drop those in comments also. This is also, we're going to be covering this in my monthly healing group also. Your soul work is to go back and watch episode 2 also to claim your I am. And then to actually do, right? To actually claim your I am, get those sticky notes out, get those mirror markers out, write it on the mirror with energy behind it, believing it, right? And then to drop in comments and tell me what your I am actually is. And then watch how you then celebrate every time that you are actually being your I am. You're going to celebrate and notice that. And remember, you are worth it.